What if I told you your business is leaving money on the table and you don't even realize it? In this video, I'm going to share with you 7 different ways that you can increase your income in a low or no effort way. Hi, my name is Morgan Whalen. I'm a fractional CFO, and I work with 6- and 7-figure business owners every single day to help increase their impact and income. Starting with number 1. And number 1 is if you have extra savings in your bank account, you have money just sitting there, what you need to be doing is putting it into a high yield savings account. Why? Because a traditional savings account or a traditional checkings account, depending on where you have your money, isn't giving you any interest on the money. So if you can take some of that money that you don't need in the near future and put it into a high yield savings account, it's going to generate you a return. And so right now, as of this recording, it's around 3.7 to 4% that you're going to get in interest by just putting your money into a high yield savings account. So what you can do is just ask whatever bank that you're banking out if they have a business high yield savings account and see if they can't transfer some of your money. If you have $100,000 and you used a high yield savings account for a year, you'll end the year with around $3,500 to $4,000 extra in cash. That's a lot of savings and a lot of money added to your revenue that can go straight to your bottom line. The second one that you could do is if you're paying with things with a debit card, you can switch over to a credit card. A lot of business credit cards offer cash back and or points for miles and other things that you can use to offset travel costs. So if you are using a debit card, switch over to a credit card, bag some points, save some money because you're paying for the fees anyways. So the third way that you can help increase the revenue in your company is by looking at your business holistically and seeing where there's untapped potential for your resources. So take, for example, you rent out a building and there's 10 rooms and you're using 8 out of the 10. Well, you're not using it as efficiently as you could be. So maybe you can sublease out the other 2 rooms. And so you can be at max capacity. So you want to be looking at this with your team to see, okay, how can we improve the team member efficiency? We want to be looking at that with our equipment. So if you're using cameras, lighting, anything else, can I rent it out or can I somehow make more money off this? So always look for ways to find the resources that you have in your business and how you can utilize it to get you even more money. Hey, and if you found these tactics useful, I actually write each and every week from the Financial-Focused newsletter on how to increase revenue and decrease costs in your business. So if you're interested in finding out more ways to do that for yourself, go ahead and click the link in the description and sign up for the Financial-Focused newsletter today. The fourth way is kind of similar to number 3, but in this case, you're looking at the assets that you've created inside the business. Typically, I suggest people look at their digital assets. So let's say, for example, you've created a checklist, you've created a process, you've created a spreadsheet, something that has helped solve your problems in your business and it's really valuable. You spend a lot of time figuring it out and tweaking it and getting it right. Well, you could sell that for a very low price on your website, 10 bucks, 20 bucks. Or if you're using like a CRM, or let's take, for example, like Notion, you could sell templates on their marketplaces and make money off of that as well. And so if you solved it and you've already put in the time, effort, energy, why not resell it and let other people enjoy that hard work for a fraction of the price? So you're making money and they're winning. It's a win-win. All right, so the next one that I want you to look at, selling ad space. This has a requirement and asterisks next to it. So you have to have some sort of viewership or some sort of audience. So on YouTube, you have to have people watching your videos. On social media, it could be your post, liking. On your website, it needs to be traffic. On your email, it needs to be enough people reading the emails, right? If you have a podcast, enough people listening to it. But wherever you've built an audience or where you have viewers or listeners or a following by any means, you can then sell ad space there. So you can sell time in your video, for example, to have a sponsor come in and promote their product or their service. And so just by doing that, you're able to add in more revenue without increasing any more cost to you or your business. The next one is affiliates and referrals. And so this, again, is a very, very low effort way to add in more revenue to your business. So think about Amazon, for example. You can go sign up for their affiliate program and you can get 4% of the total checkout cart of anyone who uses your link. So let's say, for example, you write blog articles and you say, hey, I use this, this, and this. Well, if they click that link and they go over to Amazon and they do a checkout, you might as well have it be an affiliate link so you get a commission on whatever they purchase when you sent that traffic over to Amazon. So that's one easy way in order to increase the amount of revenue in your company. Another one is through referrals. So again, going back to the example of the blog article, if you use specific CRM, or if you use a specific processor, if we use a specific HR resource to do payroll, most of the software as a service or SaaS have some type of referral system. So if you interact with other business owners and or tell them, hey, this is what I use, why not look at their websites to see, okay, what referral programs do they have or what affiliate programs do they have that where I can share a link with them and I can get credit for when they actually go over and sign up for these services. Another thing to keep in mind too, it doesn't necessarily just have to be with SaaS. Let's say you have a bank account and you're banking with Chase, for example. Well, you could tell another business owner to start their business and open a bank account with Chase, and you can get a referral bonus by sending that business over to Chase. I think they offer somewhere around like $200 or $250 if you refer someone. So again, easy money that's on the table that does not require any extra effort for your end other than making the connection or the introduction. So the last one I have on this list, number 7, does take a little bit of time and effort, and it can take a little bit of skill with marketing and sales. So that's why this one's last on the list. But I know there was somewhere said that in everyone there's a book. Well, I also think in everyone there's a course. And so you probably have some expert knowledge, skills, or understanding of a certain topic, category, something that other people would find valuable. Well, you can bundle that up into a course and sell it to other people. And the reason why I like this is because you build it once, and then in theory, you could sell it to 1 million people and it doesn't add in any extra cost to you as a business. And so once you have a digital course, the sky's the limit as far as how profitable it can be for you. It's literally just about getting your messaging right and getting traffic over to your course. And so I would only suggest doing this one if you have, like a really big email following where you can blast this out to like 10,000 people once it's created, or you have a lot of viewers on a social platform or on YouTube, something where you have traffic already predefined, because it'll take a lot more effort if you're going to try to build ways to drive traffic to that course by like ad spend or whatever else. But the beautiful thing about the course is, let's say it does really well and people really like it. Well, what you can do is talk to other business owners in adjacent industries to you. So let's just say you do SEO, for example. You could talk to someone who does, ads for businesses and say, hey, I want to bundle my course into your offer, and I just want to get paid, a certain percent on every course, or I just want to get paid this fixed amount for everyone that you sell at this price point. And so for the marketing agency that sells their advertising services, that's a win because now they're adding more value to their offer. And then the other person over here who had built the course, it's no harm to them because it's not costing them anymore. So they're getting more people to interact with their content, to digest the course, and then hopefully, right, the network effect, they tell other people, and then there's more sales that come out of it as a result. And so there you have it. There are 7 ways that you can increase the amount of revenue coming into your business with little to no effort. Let me know which one you plan on implementing into your business in a comment down below. But if you like this, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.